Okay, so whenever we graph any linear relationship, first we need a rule. So I've got our rule here, y equals x plus 4. So when we have a linear relationship, we've got a relationship between two variables, in this case y and x. So if we want to work out our points to graph, we need a table of values. So that's the very first step you should do. So we need our table. We've got our x value, our x variable, sorry, and our y variable. And I'm going to just do between -2 and +2. So now we have to sub in each of these x values into our rule to find the y value. So if x is -2, y equals -2 plus 4, which equals +2. Okay? If x is -1, y equals -1 plus 4, which equals 3. We keep filling in our table. If x is 0, y equals 0 plus 4, so that just equals 4. And as you can see the pattern emerging, each one of these just goes up by 1. That'll be 5 and 6. So once we have our table calculated, we can write these as ordered pairs. Okay, so when we write an ordered pair, we write our x value first, then our y value. This would be -2, +2, -1, 3, 0, 4, 1, 5, and 2, 6. So these now are our coordinate points that we can use to plot on our Cartesian plane. Now mine is not a perfectly drawn Cartesian plane. It's very hard to rule a straight line on this program, but hopefully you draw up yours much better than mine. We have our y-axis here, our vertical axis, and our x-axis here, the horizontal one. So when we plot a point, we start with our x value. So we go x is -2, and we go up to the y value, or down to, depending on what it is. But from here we go from -2, where it meets with +2, and we draw a nice clear point. The next one is -1, and we're going to go all the way up to 3, and we draw another nice clear point. So 0 and 4, that's on our axes there. This is our y-intercept. We're going to go 1 to 5 and 2, 6. There's our points. So as you can see, mine are not perfectly lined up, but it's pretty close. So once we've got our points, we can draw our line through them. Try that again. Yellow. We'll draw our line through our point and just put an arrow on each end. Okay. So ideally, again, you would use a ruler to make that line nice and straight. But I think freehand I've done a pretty good job. So we'll try a different example now, but it's the same process applies. We'll try the rule y equals 2x minus 2. Okay, so once we have our rule, we need a table of values. For our x values and our y values. So from -2 to 2 again, makes it a nice graph. So we're going to sub in our x values into our rule. So when x is -2, y would be positive 2 times -2 minus 2. So 2 times -2 is -4. Then we still got -2. -4 minus 2 is -6. -6 in there. So the next one, when x is -1, y is 2 times -1 minus 2. So 2 times -1 is -2 minus 2 becomes -4. So 0 times anything is 0. 0 minus 2 is -2. So you can see these are going up by 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 2 becomes 0. And that will be 2. So we've got our points. Now again, we can write our ordered pairs. So I don't really have a lot of room there, but we'll try to fit them in. -2, 6. -1, 4. 0, -2. 1, 0, and 2, 2. So we've got our ordered pairs. Now we can plot our points. So we need -2, -6. Now my plane doesn't go all the way down to, sorry. -4, so we'll just make it -5, -6. So we've got -2 for x, -6 for y. There's a nice point there. We want -1, -4, that there. 0, -2 is like there. 1, 0 there. And 2, 2. This is quite a steep line. And again, last step is just to connect the dots. So I'm going to try to draw this nice and straight. And arrows at the end. It's really important to make sure you have your axes labeled, so with your two variables, in this case y and x, that your graph is done in pencil and that everything is nice and straight. But the steps never change. No matter what the rule is, you do a table of values and then you plot the points. Now if your points don't make a fairly straight line, like if I had a point like this one maybe was over here, then we've made a calculation wrong. So your points should line up pretty straight. If they haven't, double check your table of values, double check that you've put the points in the correct spot. Other than that, the technique doesn't change for graphing.